Hi guys, just a little video. Be careful what you're buying online. I've bought another fun bikes Motortech for the boy. Obviously I've not got a 72 volt battery in that one. The guy was making me another one because we was having issues with it, so he just took it out and he's making another one with different cells, which apparently now gives me more amp hours as well, so I'm happy with that. But I've bought this off Facebook Marketplace. Got delivered. I was expecting, it had a 20 amp hour 48 volt battery. The bike was 500 quid. I was like, yes, you know, that's a good deal. At least then all I've got to do, bigger wheels, bigger rear swing arm and chain, and then another Electro & Co ETM kit, and then the boy can have the 48 volt 20 amp hour bike, I'll have the 72, and we'd be rolling together. But I was expecting to buy it and then me and him be rolling or riding together that night or the next day, to be fair. But I've bought it, it's not the bike that I expected, to be fair. I mean, if you're selling a bike, you at least give it a clean before you're selling it. But it's everything. Like, this bike is, I mean, I've taken care of this bike, but not like stripped it down every time I've used it and got the mud off. There's still like bits of mud like here and there, you know, but I've taken reasonable care of it. Like, it's all still pretty clean. Like, look at the colour difference in the Triple Tree and that compared to that. Like, the paint's flaking off of it. There's a puncture, or the rear wheels come flat. Like, I understand you get a bit of mud and stuff in places, but like, I've ended up with like dodgy bolts everywhere. This is the side thing. It's not too bad, to be fair. I'm just taking it all jet washed. I've taken it all apart. But like, bolts that are just, I've had to cut that off because it was welded in, not welded in there, but it's fucking in there tight. Do you know what I mean? But look at the fucking state of it. Right, it's just an absolute, like, that's where I've had to take the other bolt out, but luckily the rear seat bolt will hold it down for the time being, or until I drill that out, maybe tap it or something. And then also, which, but I mean, they're just, the plastics are just fucked. Like, yeah, not great. And then this, which we're saying is the Couriers, come absolutely smashed to pieces. One of them. I mean, like, just the state of everything, like, fucking, and then, oh yeah, and then this, so these obviously don't look too bad, a bit battered up, to be fair, which didn't show in the pictures too great, and then you think, oh yeah, that's alright, little sticker on it, get back, turn it over, it's been smashed to pieces, and then there's loads of glue all over it. Like, oh, be careful what you're buying online, guys, honestly, it's fucking, yes, I'm not going to lie, it's a little bit upsetting, because now I've had to spend money on buying other parts. That's the old 1300 watt motor that come out of it. I've just cleaned it up. Also, look, the chain tensioner. Like, what is that? Like, with just fucking, like, washers and that, packing it out. Some dodgy, you don't see that, chain tensioner. Just, yeah, all stuff I didn't realise. But anyway, back to the point. I bought this bike for the 48 volt 20 amp hour battery. I was like, yes, we're going to get a good battery. Boom. That's what I ended up with. I mean, I've put these ceramic blocks in it. Look, I can see the cells for it. Like, it's pretty much what I bought the bike for. Look at the shape of that. Like, yeah, be careful what you're buying. It's so frustrating because I'm going to have to give this to my battery guy to reconfigure it into a square so it actually fits in the bike properly. Ah, it's just a little bit frustrating, guys, isn't it? Like, now it's going to cost me, don't know, whatever to get him to configure it, and I'd personally like a BMS in it, ideally. Yeah, just be careful what you're buying online, guys. 500 quid, and now it's going to cost me another, oh, I don't know, 200, 250 quid to get it to a half decent standard. Luckily I've got spare parts, like a spare rear wheel and that, but it's a little bit buckled, the old one. I've got a spare box of parts there, but yeah, be careful. It's just going to take longer to achieve the Electro & Co kit now with the motor and that. I've got an old 1500 watt motor to put in it for the time being, and oh yeah, be careful what you're buying online, guys.